all of you on Nil Team Freedom, there is, this thing's called A to Z. What's the real name of it? I couldn't remember this. A to Z
RVP manual, but it's called How to Build A to Z on Nil Team.
I was looking for the RVP manual. Those of you who are older in the business, if you're looking for the RVP manual, it's not called that. It's A to Z, How to Build the Business.
How to Build from A to Z.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's awesome. Those of you that have seen it before, that's the yellow manual you might have had a copy of, but you good? Are you okay?
I just needed one.
Okay,
What a
all right, great.
surprise.
Okay.
I'm good for the rest of the week.
So page 86 of this, you're good now. Page 86 and 87 is what I'm going to cover with you tonight, and it's basically just kind of a schedule. And for those of you who are part-time, recognize that most of us are part-time. So this will be a little bit blow your butt out of the water if you're part-time. So don't worry about it. We just make modifications, right? But it is kind of good. Most of us, I think, how many here plan to be RVP? Okay, so everyone wants to have that goal of being full-time. Okay, so it's kind of good to know transition-wise kind of where you're going to be going. This is Chris Howard, by the way. So 30-day schedule. Okay, I'm going to show you the next page. So the activity plan from 9 to noon, that'll be your prospecting time. Calling, doing one-on-one, out and about, right? Just working out. Of course, you want to be talking to your warm market first and foremost, your recruits warm market second and foremost, whatever. And then you're going to be out and about the cold stuff, right? Do it in order of priority. But from 9 to 12, so that's 3 hours prospecting. Now, honestly, the other day, it was Sam who, just a couple, 15, 20 minutes, set up these appointments. I mean, this does not have to take 3 hours. Now, my logic is, I don't have 3 hours to do anything. Are you kidding me? 3 hours focused on one thing? No way. So you got to get good at being efficient with your time. Be efficient. If you're on it, give yourself. It's up to you. But for me, if I give myself an hour to do something, it usually takes about an hour. You find that? So, but if you spent that 3 to 3 hours prospecting, do you think you could come up with 3 to 5 names? Pretty, ish.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yep.
Maybe about 3 times that. Okay. 1 to 4 is interviews and setting appointments. Okay. Again, give yourself 15 minutes. Or whatever it might be, but that's the idea during that time. And then, of course, kitchen tables 6 and 8 o'clock. On Saturday, I love that. He's got an appointment at 10, 12, 2, and 4. And then he does talk about the idea of having that night open for a date night with your spouse. Can this business get stressful? Yes. Does it have to be? No. It can be just fun, but make sure you're planning time to play a little bit.
I just want to say, I know Sam and Lizzie had great results last week, and then last weekend you guys went down to Vegas, right? Had a night down there. Right.
Awesome. Yeah,
Good
you
for
got
them.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because they
you
got the
deserve.
results.
Yeah, you've got the results. Play. Make sure that your family sees that this can provide time for play. It can provide the money to play. But on the flip side of that, if you're serious about going RVP and you didn't get the results, whatever, somebody was stupid, they told you something they didn't commit, whatever, you know what I mean? Then he talks about if you're not getting the results, then work Saturday after work. Spend that time working versus playing, right? I don't know about you, but if anything, can you think of, I don't know, who in here has had a really excelled in something? And don't be shy, somebody, you're all in here amazing at something, right? Anybody? Come on. Jeff Rock, what are you really awesome at, besides Primerica? Fixing cars. Okay, so, and I don't know exactly what it was, but if you really want to get a car fixed, do you kind of just do what it takes to get it done? In a certain amount of time or whatever? If you need that car, whatever, the person needs by a certain deadline, do you kind of just do what you have to do, what you have to do? I liked school. I loved school. And I look at my kids, I'm like, you didn't do your homework? How is this possible? What is that? What is that? I don't get that in my head. How does your teacher told you this thing to do, and you chose not to do it? Do you know what I mean? So I think you have to kind of think about it in terms of something you're good at, or you've excelled at, or you've put the time in. You've paid the price. Probably if you're really good at, Logan, what are you really good at?
Video games.
Video games. So you've paid the price to excel. What is that? But do you know what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Well, I don't know your name. Tell me your name in the back row there. I'm sorry. Don. Are you like an amazing athlete or anything by chance? Oh, massage therapy. Okay, so I'm sure there was a price to be paid to get good at that, right? Okay, maybe even some money involved in that. But if you want something bad enough, are you going to do what it takes? Okay,
Yeah.
so do that, and then hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
Hey, Jim?
Yes.
He's also
Brian.
brand new in the
And I'm picking on you, sorry.
No, I mean,
Good,
no,
Don?
that's great.
Awesome, that's exciting.
He just got signed up today.
That's exciting. Welcome to the team. It's exciting to have you here. But think about that. I want you to. I think the sooner you can transfer what you're good, something you're comfortable with, like whether it be academically, athletically, I don't know, on a bike. I mean, I don't know what you do, but on a bass. There's a master musician. I can't. Magician is that. What a bass.
String bass.
A string bass. There's been some time and effort you've put into whatever it is you're good at. Get good at this. I think it's worth our time. So make sure you're focusing on, holding yourself accountable. Have your spouse hold you accountable. Honey, we didn't get the results. I gotta go to, we gotta go to work, right? We need to do that for our family. So if you really want to win for your family, do the things that others won't so you can live the life that others don't. And believe it or not, success is not convenient. What? I know, crazy. What? I know. Unsign me up. What is that about, right? Will you?
Time.
They're tricking me, right? Will you flip to the next page or
Go to the bottom one.
the next
Scroll down.
scroll? Will you scroll for me, Elias?
Well, wait, go to the bottom of that last page. That,
Have a
that
plan.
Yes, Sunday night calls. That is huge.
Well, and Sunday night calls are now Monday night calls.
Well, no, I'm talking about setting your week.
Oh, as far as, book a night week. Yeah. I'm like, I'm doing Sunday night calls and I'm party too. Okay. Yes, that 25, I loved Sam on last Monday he was saying, I just decided, I don't remember the verbiage he used, but I was like so inspired by, you know what? I told my leader that I was going to do X, Y, Z. We've made a commitment to each other. There was no way I wasn't going to suck it up and spend 25 minutes or 20, whatever it was, setting up your night. And for those of you who maybe don't want it, if you're like not in love with doing Sunday night, well then you're flipping better set appointments during the week. I don't know, make it 2. For me, setting 2 appointments a day is doable. I can deal with that in my head. Sometimes my Sunday nights get crazy, but I'm telling you, Brandon is absolutely right. If I ever have been forced to make my appointments on Sunday nights, you can get so much more done in so little time. People are home. They are having that Monday morning feeling of, I don't want to be going to work next, right?
I'm telling you, if you lock yourself in a room for like 30 minutes,
It's like done.
focus on it and get it done for the next 2 to 5 years.
And do you know what's funny? If I was confessed to you, I bet I've only done it like twice in my whole Primerica career, and every time I've had, the 2 times that I've had like 14 to 16 appointments, like, boom. I don't want to do that more often, whatever, but just, how bad do you want it, right?
You're right, you don't have to do a Sunday night,
But
it's just that you're going
It's
to
just
have tough time.
efficient, very efficient use of your time. That Sunday night people are home. These are friends of yours. Are you like, I better not call my pal because it's Sunday? No, what you have, and I think we need to never undervalue what you're about to, you can change their flipping life. And if you don't get your butt over there, they're not going to make it. It's kind of like that. You got to, like, what, you're going to bother somebody with fixing their future? You know what I mean? So, anyway, and have a plan for financial independence. Just know that you're going to do whatever it takes to make this happen. I haven't been on the fastest track in life. I've been kind of a part-time, but I tell you, you can make awesome part-time income. And, I know this, that as soon as I say, gotta go RVP, that is about a 6-month run. I was listening to Brandon's Prospecting Appointment Setting CD. If you've done some work, you've got the licenses, you're good. I think about 6 months of committing 3 to 5 names a day, you're there. Would that be a pretty good, Brandon, is that a pretty good, 6 months of seriousness?
Yep.
And you're there.
6-month run, yeah.
Yep, doing the right thing for 6 months in a row.
Once you learn the business, you got a 6-month run to RVP.
Yep. So, how bad do you want that? I love that.
That's 6 months of having 12 to 16 personal appointments booked a week. That's
Right.
what that is.
Right.
That's what that really is.
End up on 6 to 8, and you'll get your recruits out of that. The numbers are the numbers. You can't beat them, and they can't beat you either. I love that. Okay, would you flip or scroll up to the next page? Wait, before you do that, just kidding, come back. I was going to say, if you're part-time, come back. You're not quite come back yet. Just like, no. There? I'm happy, thank you. Don't mess with me. Okay, I was going to say, and obviously, if you're part-time, you make the adjustment. If you, you have, I don't know, if you're working, I don't know, who's still working, anyone? Liz, you still working? Are you like 8 hours a day do you work, or? Okay, so how do you compensate for that? That's a little intimidating. What kind of compensation do you make? What can you do?
I'm a hard one because Sam does it. So,
Okay.
but I
Well, Sam's still working, right?
while I'm at work.
Okay,
Most of our appointments have come from people that I meet at
Okay,
work.
perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking
all the
for.
time.
Okay, not everybody has full 8 hours to just to focus on Primerica, but if you're thinking about it all the time, right? I mean, every person at the gym, when I go to the gym, or if I'm going to a teacher's, or going to a care, or what are they called? You know, whatever.
Parent-teacher
That, I
conference.
go to those all the time, that, right? It's an opportunity to be in front of somebody. You got some one-on-one, you got like, what, 15 minutes, don't you, right? You don't have time.
Usually like 20.
20, whatever, right?
Push it over.
Anyway, but just everywhere you go, you get gas, right? You buy groceries, right? I mean, think of all these people. Zach's like standing in the cashier line. I mean, he gets in front of like, I don't know, 100 people a day, right? I don't know, you know. Think of how you can succeed. Don't put up all the roadblocks. Well, dang, I'm at work all day. Well, damn, you're at work all day. You got people. They're walking through your line, or they're